Hi collective, I'm back with a blackout message very quickly. It's a download about a spiritual narcissistic. Well, all of us know about narcissistic people, how do they behave, but not many of us knows who are the spiritually narcissistic people. And what I can see here, there is a couple who are both of them spiritual narcissistic, a karmic masculine and a karmic feminine, who make themselves look like divine feminine and divine masculine power couple. Well, I don't know what I got. They have nothing to do with the power couple. They have nothing to do with divine people. They are really, really karmic. They got a kind of community practically worshipping them. As you expect, they are beautiful, they are handsome, they make people believe that they are financially well off, they have beautiful car, luxury cars, beautiful house, beautiful children, blah, 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 shit. I'm telling you, and that is the problem, that the most of the people on this earth are programmed to be followers. And why? Because people want to copy others. And yeah, I know psychologists say that's what monkeys do. And because some people comes from monkeys, I don't believe we come from monkeys, first of all. Second, what the fuck do you want to copy somebody when you have a better version than they are? You can find your authentic yourself. When you become spiritual on a divine side, you don't copy other people's. You find your own authenticity and you shine with your own shine. And problem when people wants to copy others, and that's when the situation will happen that they can see somebody has some spiritual gifts and they make themselves look like divine feminine, divine masculine. And oh yes, they are the leaders, they are the spiritual people, and they start worshipping, start honoring these people. I'm not saying when you have a spiritual leader and you have a respect for them, that is one thing. But when you start worshipping them, like treating them like they would be gods when they are not, when they are just like you, humans. And after when these people fall, they usually fall because the people who worship them thinks they are perfect. I'm telling you, a true leader is capable to take their errors. Because there is no leader who is perfect. Just like there is no human on earth who is perfect. So for me, when somebody shows a perfection, I'm really skeptical, because nobody is perfect on earth. Not me, not you, nobody. So usually this is spiritual narcissistic people always put up a mask, a perfect mask, so people would admire and worship them. You need to understand, these people are hungry for fame, to be admired and worshipped. And what is behind that? They want to control people's life. They want to tell people what to do in their life, because they give them a kind of God feeling, satisfaction that they are like gods. They can have effect on people's life. And I'm telling you, a true divine person would never do that. Because a true divine person gives. A true divine person, if they serve source or God or universe, it's not of course, if they accept money, they need to live from something. You need to understand, but they are not money oriented. And usually divine people, even if they do some service for money, usually they do some help people even without money. Do you understand? They are really charitable, but not just front of their telephone on TikTok or social, you know, on a social, on a YouTube or Facebook or whatever, these social accounts, but in secret. Okay? When you see that financially somebody does not capable to pay you, but they desperately need your help, a divine person will be there. Do you understand? But if they make a mistake, they will tell that I thought this is the right path, but I made a mistake and I want to correct it. And I think for that you need really a stamina, really a honest person to do that. People with mask on can't say that I made a mistake, so I want to correct it. No, usually karmic people would never ever tell you when they made a mistake. They will blame everybody around them. They will explain this fault, that fault. They will look for a scapegoat. They will never stand up that I fucked up. It's my fault. They will never do that, because that's only a true leader who can do that. But the problem that people do not accept leaders like that, because they need this fucking perfect mask that is not real. I'm not saying that you should go to a leader who fuck up all the time his or her life. No, I'm not saying that. But a leader has to be real, like you are. And people need to understand these people are exactly just like you. They might get wisdom from God, from universe, or from source, but they were sent to give you this wisdom, to help you with that wisdom, in a way serve you with that wisdom. And spiritual narcissistic people are usually, they don't come with this intention to help people. Yes, they want to help people, but for fame and lots of money. And the other trait of the spiritual narcissistic people, that they are entitled to have what is yours. They think you don't deserve it, they deserve it. It doesn't matter if it's not theirs at all, they will make it come to them. So you can see spiritual narcissistic people doing spiritual work on others to get their destiny, to get their gifts, to get their energy, or shitty things like that. You face with a spiritual narcissistic. Why somebody who is divine would want to take what is others? Why? After I know divine feminine, divine masculine, who has the power to take gifts and destiny away from other people, but source give them, because there are some are attacking divine people, and these are karmic. And what destiny and what gifts they have, they already took it from others. So there are some people who stand by source to stop these criminals, spiritual criminals. So divine feminine and divine masculine generally all over on earth could grow without the attack of these evil people. So every gift can be used, not every gift, but most of the gifts, spiritual gifts, can be used for evil purposes and divine purposes. And spiritual narcissistic people are in public, they show that, yes, they are really divine, they like saints, you know, and when they go back home, they do their rituals, they all the people they met during the day. They just, well, the download I got, it was about a couple and the woman there. I'm telling you, actually, they have a Christian church. Every time this woman meets another woman who is more beautiful, more intelligent, they have better husband, better financial situation, even just a better car, a more obedient child. She goes home, she lights the candles, and she starts doing a fucking rituals to ruin that woman and get what is hers. And her husband doesn't even know, but this woman is hitting on the husband of these other women. If the husband is more beautiful, more handsome, and maybe if the husband is more kind with the 5 than her husband. And this person is really sick mentally because the jealousy is so overtaken her spirit, her soul, that she has to ruin happiness of other women if other women dare to be more happy than she is. And the other thing, she does the same thing when another woman tries to approach her husband. I'm telling you, when you are married, you love your husband. If it's true love between you, this is a soulmate or twin flame connection, or life mate connection. You don't need to be behind your husband and checking every time what does he does with other women, because you will trust your husband. And evident that this marriage is a karmic marriage. It has nothing to do with a divine relationship. And the woman is really a Jezebel type of woman. And this guy does not realize it. I think he lives the situation like a bit a zombie, has no idea what's going on. While he's putting up also the mask, he can feel something is not okay, but he doesn't really care because there is money in it, there is fame in it. While on his part, he wants also the fame and money and power, and he enjoys it. The problem starts when these people start fucking up divine feminine and divine masculine. Because usually when you fuck up divine people, you will bump into a chosen one. And when you do that, Source, God, and Universe will fuck your life up. I'm telling you, because when you touch a chosen one, I don't care how you think you are much better than this chosen one. It's not you who decide who is the chosen one. Do you understand? It's not you. And honestly, Source give a fucking shit of your opinion. You are just a fucking little human, nothing else, and it's not you who will decide who is the chosen one. It's not you who decide who God and Universe and Source loves and prioritize and find special. It's not because you are a spiritual narcissist and you think the whole entire universe should turn around you, including God, Source, and Universe. You are. These people are mentally sick, honestly. Honestly. First of all, Source would never ever fall in love with a human like that. Never. A big-headed person like that has nothing to offer to Source. For that, you need to go through difficult situation. You have to show humility. You have to show that you are trustworthy. And I can see many times divine feminine and divine masculine who are trusted by Source, who are prioritized and favorized by Source, are people who went through the dark night of the soul, and many times they gave up. They give up everything. It's like you give up your life because you say, I don't have left anything, and what I am and who I am and what I have is yours. And that is the total devotion to Source and universe and God. And that comes really from a pure intention, a pure heart. It's not like when these spiritual narcissistic people sit down and tell souls that I'm yours. But they have a really evil intention in back of their mind. And they think they can manipulate souls. Like souls wouldn't see their true intention and their heart. You want Source, universe, and God loves you. Start purifying your heart. Start loving yourself. And start doing the correct thing and being honest with yourself and with other people around you. Not plotting against divine feminine and divine masculine, stealing their energy, put it on you so people could worship you. This is really complicated. And I think you need a discernment. You have to be really spiritual on a divine side to see when a leader is a spiritual narcissistic. Excuse me. But when you do, you have the power to walk away from people like that. Because I'm telling you, the organization will go down one day, especially now that the earth is changing. And in my opinion, a good spiritual leader will encourage you to grow, will encourage you to heal yourself. They won't say that, it's only just me who can heal you because I have the knowledge, because God gave me the knowledge, not you. No, honey. A true spiritual leader will give the knowledge to you to learn how to heal yourself. They will give the knowledge to you how to manifest, how to achieve abundance in your life, because usually a spiritual person on a divine side sent by Source to teach people that. Do you understand? But usually these people are copycat, so they learn something, steal some idea from divine people, and after they don't have a creativity to have more, they don't have a connection with Source to have more downloads, so they have a few. So they want to monetize that, so they keep this knowledge and try to sell it to a group of people and make these people to pay continuously. Those are the spiritual narcissistic. That Source never ever wanted. That they give an idea to somebody, and after that person sells this idea for money, when this idea should save lives. If you pay a spiritual leader for a service, they should teach you something that contributes to your growing, and you can use it regularly in your spiritual life. But when people like egoists like that and just want to get more and more money out of you, that is really disgusting. That is really disgusting. And the other thing is, when you pay regularly a spiritual leader and you spend 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years even with this community, and your life is not changing, it's not getting better. Actually, in some cases, it's getting worse. Then just don't stay there and continue serving this spiritual people, where is the growing? Move on to communities, move on, other spiritual leader who can give you something that contribute to your growing, that you will grow spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, even financially, because you start manifesting things in your life. Invest your energy, your money, your time in communities and leaders like that. And leave the fake leaders behind who just want to profit from you and control your life. Because they are spiritual, narcissistic, God complex, and they feel entitled to be superior to the superior of you. I'm sorry, guys, it's French. You need to leave this kind of spiritual leaders and communities behind. Why are you there if you are not growing? Just a simple stagnation. I'm telling you, if you're really, really into that community or the spiritual leader, give them a maximum a year, okay? A maximum a year. If in a year your life is not changing, or you spiritually don't get on a higher level, there is a problem there. You are not on the right place. It's the same thing with tarot readers. If you pay regularly for their service and your life is going down, not getting better, there is a problem. Do you understand? There is a serious problem there. Because when you have a spiritual coach, usually tarot readers, well, 80% of the time they are spiritual coaches also. So when they do tarot reading, they usually offer you different solutions for your problem that you might take or not. But when you see that you take their advice and it's been 5-6 months or a year and your life is just getting more and more fucked up, and you spend thousands of dollars or euros on their services, and you don't get the results. Because, you know, if it does not change in a few weeks or a few months, it is possible if it's a difficult situation. But when it's more than a year, and your life just getting fucked up, and this tarot reader making you panic that, oh, call me now because I can see something horrible is coming. Or the other technique they do that, oh, I can see he's ready to contact you. He's coming into your life. And you're waiting. And when it's not happening and you try to tell the tarot reader, hey, he didn't come, they say, yes, because there was something that came up, a karmic woman who keep him back and blah, 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 blah. Listen to me. If your life is not changing, stagnating because of a spiritual person, I don't care if it's a tarot reader, I don't care if it's a spiritual leader or teacher or whatever, you are on a wrong place. You don't grow. Move on. A spiritual reader, even a tarot reader, should give you their best, and your life should change into positive if you invest in them. Do you understand? Your life should change to positive if you invest in them. This is very important to see the signs. When you are with a tarot reader for 5 years and you're just getting fucked up, your life is destroyed totally, well, honey, you are with someone who's profiting from you and give a shit about you. Manipulating you. You are with a spiritual, narcissistic person. You're paying a spiritual narcissistic person. You should give a shit about these people's opinion. I don't care. You don't need to be arguing with them, because usually these people can do some spiritual work on you to fuck your life up more. And actually, I saw some spiritual worker deliberately does really harmful spiritual work on you, that you go back and you spend lots of money to ask them to fix it, when in the first place it's them who caused it. Do you understand? You need to listen to your spirit guides. You need to listen to your discernment. Who do you accept as your spiritual leader, as your spiritual teacher? And you need to do, well, I'm not saying you are research, because sometimes these people get fucked up by others ruining their reputation. But as source, ask universe. Ask universe to give you signs. Ask universe to send you a message that if you should accept this spiritual teacher or leader as your leader, while you are really just your pastor, or I don't know, your whatever. But use your discernment. And even if you give some people some chance, if your life don't get better, or at least spiritually you don't get on a higher level, leave all that behind and find something else. Because when the results are shit, then why are you still there? Do you understand? When your life is not getting better, you don't get better spiritually. So what are you doing there? There are the fruits. And usually, spiritually narcissistic people do not give you fruits in your life. It will be barren, without any good fruits. So you need to move on. Well, the download was about this couple. They fooling lots of people and using them for their own purposes. And they enjoying, of course, this kind of worshipping these people doing on them. And they think that will last forever. Well, I saw it, this organization will fall and these people will fall off their throne, because it's not Source, not God who gave them this throne. It's them who created and actually stole it from someone else. And they will fall because people will realize that what they're doing is karmic, it's not divine at all. And I'm telling you, spiritually, somebody, that's what spiritual leaders do not understand. They think, I will go, I will do this, I will be famous, I will earn lots of money, I. Okay? And after they fuck up their own life, they fuck up other people's life. They do not realize they are accumulating karma, but it's like generational karma that will stay with their children, and they will take it even to other lifetimes. So they do not, everybody wants to be spiritual leaders, everybody wants to be spiritual teachers, but they think it's an easy thing to do. And without any harm, that you will be famous, you will have lots of money, blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling you, a real spiritual leader and a teacher, the way they raise, they go through a period of time they are not even paid. Do you understand? They do charity work. And the Source will tell them that if they do this for the fame, do this for money, or they really want do it because they want to serve Source and they have a honest heart. Because you need that heart, not to hurt people you're teaching or you serve for. Do you understand? that you take care of those people and protect them. And try not to harm them. But these spiritual, narcissistic people give a shit about that. They don't care. They just see money on this, in these people. They don't care about their spiritual growing. When souls trust you with people's with people's life as a spiritual leader or a spiritual teacher, you are responsible. And when you fuck up their life, that will have a horrible spiritual consequence in yours. It's the same thing when you heal people and it changes people's life. It deliberates them from situations that are very toxic and evil, while Source will bless that spiritual leader more and more, and not necessarily financially. You have no idea what that spiritual leader had a contract with Source, because usually there is a spiritual contract between Source and these divine people, what Source wants them to do. And usually they provide something in exchange, but not necessary, because usually divine people do it because they love Source. And you don't know what is behind, okay? So what I'm saying is a divine person will help you. I'm not saying always freely. You need to understand, if somebody is a spiritual teacher or a leader full-time, they need to live from something. So if they want some financial gratification, it is normal for a certain level, okay? But I think the best thing to watch out if you're growing spiritually or not. If your life is getting ruined or getting better. Do you understand? Even just a stagnation for many, many years shows that something is not okay. Because if they are really spiritual teachers and leaders, your life should be on a better state, or at least spiritually you should be on a higher level. That is the best way to measure if somebody is a spiritual narcissistic, as a leader, as a teacher, or they are really serving universe and God. And the other thing is, they might do that, yes, I help you with this and this, but you have to help me with this and this. Well, if it's a true spiritual leader or teacher, they won't blackmail you with things like that. Do you understand? Because there is no such a thing. That is different when you make a business with them. But there is no spiritual teacher and the follower connection, but there is a business partnership. And it has nothing to do with spirituality. Do you understand? Right. So this is a download I got about this couple, that they are really fake and they destroying people's life and they don't care. Well, they will receive their karma because Spirit will bring down this couple and this organization, and the people whose life were practically ruined by these people will be liberated from these people. They might won't know what to do for a few months or maybe even a year. But I'm telling you, if you're one of these people, you need to cultivate your relationship with your God or source or universe, whoever you believe in. If not, you just ask universe and this divine power who created everything and where is divine love is coming from to help you. And they will lead you. They will lead you to the right place. They will lead you to the right person. And they will teach you. Because that is the aim, that, the spiritual leaders or teachers will teach you when you go home. You could have a living relationship with your God, with the source, so you could grow. that you could meditate better, so you could pray better, you could get on a higher spiritual level. Well, it depends what practice you do, but you need to see some growing, and that should be the measurement, not what these people say and you follow it blindly. Do you understand? Well, this is my download. I hope it's helpful for somebody. You can leave comments, and please press a thumb up if you like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.